What's up, YouTube? It's Robert Falco from Real Life Trading, bringing you your Tuesday stock review. Let's jump on in. All right, traders from around the world, let's check out our Tuesday stock review. Here is the S&P 500. Obviously, the big gap down yesterday pretty much got bought up off the 100. We did go a little bit lower, but we had a really strong close. Nice gap up this morning. Just a little bit too high of a gap, in my opinion. Obviously, anyone who was buying down in this 430 area, I mean, you're up, 6 points, 7 points at open. I think it was a bit of profit taking out there today. And we did try to rally midday, and then it just failed and kind of went sideways. Closed relatively weak, but we haven't hit the 100 again. So if we gap up, or it really is going to come down to the Fed news tomorrow, how the market interprets what the Fed is going to do. We'll see what happens. We don't have to go lower. I mean, this is a good pullback that everyone wanted. And at the lowest point on Monday, we were down 5.56%. So today, just a little bit of a rest day out there. The Q's inside day, we actually did take this bullish in our trading room today. Pretty much based on this move here. Saw this buying come in, and then little flag pattern here at the volume weighted average price. So we got in right in here, and this candle came in, which was great. So we moved our stop up, and we ended up getting trailed out. The 50 was right in front of our face, so we didn't expect a big win on this. I think it was like 0.4 R or so on the QQQ, but inside day, it is below the 50. So this doesn't look as good as the SPY. Obviously, there's still room for this to go down to the 100, which the Qs hasn't hit since May. IWM, pretty much an inside day, right below the 200. If we do trade up and roll down, I mean, it would kind of make sense. But again, I do think if the market reacts well to the Fed news, then we could just continue higher. We'll see what happens out there, but cautiously optimistic, I would say, on the overall market. Bros, a lot of us have been watching this. I mean, what a ticker, Bros. I was watching this IPO as soon as they filed their confidential S1. I was excited. This is Dutch Brothers. I'm a coffee drinker. If you're on the West Coast and you drink coffee, you pretty much know what Dutch Brothers is. And they IPO'd the other day. Strong move on Dutch Bros, although it's probably a little too strong. So I think that move today, that had it up about 91%. I think the IPO priced at $23, so huge move on Bros. So I know some of our traders, Sammy in particular out there, he sold at the grandma number of 60. So nice job, Sammy. And I have a small position on this. I would like to buy more as it pulls back, but there's no rush. Just came out 4 or 5 days ago. But big fan of Dutch Brothers. I do think that this could be a good stock long term, but let it relax, accumulate small size, or play it quick with momentum. Goldman Sachs, I looked at this morning, and this right here, nice little island reversal, potential double top, like on a weekly as well. Let me delete that. Go over to the weekly, looks like a potential double top, and the longer that this gap stays open, so you got your gap action right here and your gap action right there. This is an island reversal. You have a nice high wave doji right here below the 100. And today, pretty much inside action, and tried to poke above the 100, got rejected. There is horizontal support here. And if the Fed raises rates, that's definitely going to be good for banks. But if they don't do that, which I don't think they're going to, I do think they will announce some type of taper, but I don't think they're raising rates anytime soon. The longer this stays open, the worse for Goldman Sachs. If it trades up and fills it and then rolls down, again, that would still be a little bit bearish because it looks like a double top. That would be your neckline retest and then a roll off. But if we start breaking down and this island reversal remains open, that is going to be, it's going to be a little bit rough on Goldman Sachs. We're also below the 20 on the weekly. So just something to keep an eye out there. This is a pattern that especially at tops and bottoms, can make a big difference. Island reversal. Disney, I know this was a big talk of the town today, or talk of the market, so to speak. Got crushed. So the CEO came out and said, hey, they're having production delays, and because of COVID and Delta, Lambda, Theta, all that, this thing just got absolutely hammered. And yeah, that is not that is not a bullish candle. There is a lot of horizontal support here, so it could bounce. However, that being said, we saw this open gap that never filled over here. And if we put in an inside, like a small inside bull day, and then we gap down or we take that low out, I think we could very, very quickly come into to this gap and at least 160 or like 158, 157 and change, fill that gap. So if you're in Disney, just be careful or accumulate small size. Here's your, if you're a Dow theory fan, here is your public participation. This is your distribution pattern right here. So we will see what shapes up on Disney, but it looks a little rough out there. They do have Baby Yoda. You can see him over that shoulder over there. Big fan of the Mandalorian, so maybe that'll save it coming into the fall. We'll see, but yeah, not a great candle on Disney. And then FedEx after hours, getting absolutely smoked. It's already, ever since this, look at this gap and go, actually played out very nicely. Here's your S curve and roll back down. Again, this thing had been on one heck of a run through here. A 50% retrace of this move would take us all the way back down to 204. I'm not sure if that happens. There's definitely some horizontal support here, and then this high on the weekly. We're below all the daily moving averages, so you really need to go to like a weekly. We're below all of those. You go to a monthly. We do have the monthly 20 that we're coming pretty much in contact with, but it does not look great. So I would buy very, very slowly on FedEx. If it were me, I'm not establishing a position in FedEx. Don't think I really want to. Looked at playing a swing trade over in this area on it, and it actually skipped me over here. I wanted to play this hammer, and this little inside candle wouldn't have done much. Maybe a little bit of a gain, or would have got trailed out. Yeah, that's FedEx. So overall, I think the market, you know, again, pullbacks are healthy. Buy small size when things are pulling back, but don't just buy nothing, because you never know when the exact bottom is coming in. And if we do bounce and keep going, because the market is still in a very nice trend, and if we just keep going and we bounce and you're like, oh, well, I wanted a pullback. Well, here's your chance for a 5% pullback that hasn't happened in a long time. And maybe we go a little bit lower. But if you're just waiting for a 20% to buy everything, you might never get there. And then you're going to be, whining and crying about, oh, I want another dip. It's like, here's your dip. Yeah, it sucks to buy and get ran over, but that's how you buy low and sell high. You have to buy when things are pulling back. Are you going all in up here on a 5% pullback? No, of course not. So just be smart, trade your plan, and make sure you allocate your funds accordingly. But overall, I think the market's still bullish. I welcome any type of pullback. I like the fact that we bounced off the 100. We'll see what happens tomorrow with Jay Powell. Don't forget to comment down below on what stocks you want us to look at. Hit that thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and love life, live life, trade it, everyone. Thanks.